Okay. All right.
There we are.
I said it first.
I want to keep playing with the Colossal Battle Simulator.
Oh, I'm signed in as you.
Who?
We have
Brian?
3
Produce?
producers today.
Y'all should all try to produce things at the same time and see what.
Oh, trust me, that happens.
See what comes through.
Peach and I are usually putting things on the screen and taking them off the screen.
Because I'm like, wait a minute, why can I see the... And then I was like, oh. Oh, wait.
Yeah, Brian has the power.
Everybody's John today.
The ultimate power!
That's right. Well, it's me and my battle chickens.
You guys who are just coming live to the show, we were watching a battle that can only be described as epic.
Yeah.
With the...
It could be described as awesome, couldn't it? Isn't it also awesome?
If it's epic, then I think awesome is implied.
Or was it totally? But there's another word.
Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2.
Okay, you could also describe it as ultimate. Yeah.
I want to get it, but I'm pretty sure my computer can't handle it.
Yeah, you need a pretty decent computer because you have...
Is there like a battle simulator?
I think you could probably ratchet down the graphics.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to have like millions of zombies or battle chickens or T-Rexes, then...
You could play Goat Simulator. For those who don't want a totally epic, awesome, whatever, they could play Goat Simulator. My kids
Goat Simulator is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Goat Simulator is... We spent a lot of time messing with Goat Simulator.
Mm-hmm.
And
right.
Battle chickens do not have anything to do with Juan's chickens. No, they don't. But they are good role models for Juan's chickens.
They're still stupid.
All right, we got started a bit late because we were battling chickens and zombies. So I'm going to go ahead and push the theme song and get it going.
Okay.
Gonna kill the room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack. Come take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio. Everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit the spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show? 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 Everybody gonna be so blessed. Hoping you cats gonna be impressed. Ain't no time to be depressed. Are you ready for the best?
Welcome to SCQS. First of all, we're very happy that you guys are with us. It's going to be a really fun show. And Brian, you pointing reminded me that when I was in Utah this week, they wanted to take pictures. They wanted to do headshots. Mm-hmm. And they said, okay, now we want to take one serious picture, whatever that means. And then we want you to do like a pose. So if you got a pose and it's like, do you have a pose? And I said, no, because all of my friends have already taken every form of pointing that there is. And so I was like, well, why don't you just do this? And I said, I can't do this.
I can't do that.
That's Brian's.
Because Brian April does this, and I'm not. So I was actually coerced to try to do this for the promo, but I said no, Brian, because that belongs to you.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You could do the floating finger trick. You know, where you look out. You look across the room, and you bring your fingers together, and you have a little hot dog finger that's floating in between them. You've never done that?
How is that going to work for a promo picture, Juan?
You're pointing.
What are
it's
you
like,
talking?
Comedy
They're
is
gonna
tension.
take his picture, Juan. They're gonna take his picture and put it on a poster. And
Yeah, you just do this. Yeah.
I don't think he understands the assignment.
No,
I seldom do.
Yeah, you could have done like you're looking out beyond the horizon.
Ooh, mustache.
Yeah, I just wasn't comfortable doing any sort
No, why
of
would you
index
be?
related pose. Mhm. I could have done that, I suppose, but goodness, we have such a show tonight. It's been
How such is it?
How such is it? I'm glad you asked.
Such.
Right. It is
Such
so
I
such.
satched.
Tonight's
Such I
show
satched.
is so such that if you look at this woolly mammoth or mastodon as representing a typical show, tonight's show is such as this.
Whoa.
So it's
Is
gonna
that a Hoover?
suck.
Yep.
I was thinking the same thing.
No, we've got a guest who's a dirtbag.
No, that's not what that means.
110 volts of excitement.
I didn't know what to put up.
It's going to frighten your cat. That's what the show's going to be tonight. It's going to scare your cat or your dog.
Your husband won't be able to find it.
Kicking up dust.
We're going to leave the corners dirty.
Tonight's show's not going to get under the couch.
That's right.
Well, we have several things that we got to get to. But first, we have to give a shout out to the Cliquers.
Oh.
So let's do that.
This
Let's
is
play
the
that Clicker
third
song.
week without JT, and so.
I want to talk about that after we shout out to the Clickers.
Oh wait, we have to make sure it doesn't loop. Ready, go.
This is for you, Clickers. This is all for you, Clickers.
Clickers will make us cheer. Clickers are why we're here. Clickers have got mad skills. Clickers will give us chills. Clickers are all the rage. Clickers are live backstage. Clickers are fresh and clean. Clickers are lean and mean. Clickers are on the scene.
Tonight, our Clickers, in no particular order, we're giving a special shout out to Jenny. I love the double N's and also to Chance
Roger.
Beloved Chance Rogers. If you would like to become a Clicker so that we will pay you this great honor, go to johnbrandy.com and sign up. We sincerely appreciate the support, the encouragement, the
Was there a little hot dog finger there?
So thank you to all of our Clickers. Hey, you know the other thing that you can do. Let me see if I can do it with. Let me see if I can.
Oh, why have we never done that?
Yeah. That's it. Right.
That doesn't work with mine so much.
Oh, it works even. 3 years and we've never done that. When you
got a naked Sasquatch on the.
We are going to get flagged for sure on that. So.
Nudity.
Yeah, that's, I don't know what that is.
That's where it's alien backside.
Juan has been all sorts of bad influence today. He was texting us during church.
He was. Where are you at today?
Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond,
And I
Virginia.
woke up and y'all had texted at like 7 or something. So I was like, I don't know why. I just went, oh, they're all up. So I just started replying. But
yeah. Well, it's Eastern time zone, so.
And he has to leave at 7:45 because you probably didn't see the private chat. So he's only got another 30 minutes or so.
What? Doggone it.
So let's go.
Okay. Well, we had shows this weekend, and what's his name? Juan and I were going to try to get together. I was going to try to get to go and hang out where he was. And I just chickened out. I probably could have made it. He was in Reading and I was in Mannheim,
Oh, I thought you did actually cross paths. This whole time I didn't realize you didn't go.
Because the problem
is a bit out of the way. Yeah.
It's out of the way, and traffic is stupid in Pennsylvania. It's just dumb how much traffic there is.
You guys, they were so close together. Like Dad was going to drive across the state like this to get to the airport. They were this far apart. They were like this.
If you zoom out on the map,
all right.
Yeah, it was like this far.
It was almost 3 hours to go 60 miles. Getting from Philadelphia to wherever I was, Mannheim. That's crazy. To go 60 miles, 3 hours.
Wow.
That's crazy. And so, if
that's not like the traffic in Philadelphia wasn't bad, you're talking about the whole route was messed up.
Yeah.
You're also going during rush hour.
You don't know what you're going to run into, right? Everything is rush hour. And then, so here's the thing. So I was worried about going and hanging out with Juan, so I just went straight to the airport, and I was there in plenty of time, no problem. But then, coming home from Salt Lake City, I had a connecting flight in Minneapolis, and it was 30 minutes from the time I touched down till the next plane was taking off.
Gosh. In Minneapolis? No.
No. That's what Brian said.
Not even
to Minneapolis.
No, there's no. That's impossible.
They don't have trains or anything. You go by foot to whatever.
Well, they do have a tram.
They do have a
but
tram.
Sometimes you don't have to take the tram to get to your concourse, and sometimes when you're being a little panicky, you jump on the tram anyway, and then it ends up taking you farther away from where you need to be.
That's not the problem. The problem was that I didn't get on the tram. The problem is that the F concourse where we landed and the A concourse are on opposite sides
of the state.
Planet, yeah. And so I was literally on my way. I got off of the plane, and it took forever to get off the plane because people don't know how to deplane. And so I'm sitting toward the back of the plane going, okay, I don't know. And I finally got off. And as I'm getting off the plane, I hear them, this will be the final boarding call for passengers going to Indianapolis. And I'm like, that's me. And now I'm just like running. I couldn't make it. I missed it.
If you're like me, I always wonder, like when you stand up to do the deplaning, getting off the plane, I'm like, now we're going to find out what the people here are all about. Are we just going to let the row people go first and then the middle seat people? Or are we letting the entire row go at one time? You know what I'm saying? Are we waiting for everybody to get off or just the outside people?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm surprised usually you can like scream in a panic and they will be like, hey, we're going to let this guy, he's got a connecting flight in 2 minutes. And they will, everyone will kind of sit and let you run through, or you grab the little golf cart.
Screaming on airplanes is kind of that's a gamble.
Yeah, I'll definitely take responsibility for this one though, Tabby, because it was probably a pipe dream to think we could get him from Pennsylvania to Utah.
Minnesota, that airport is
and
no
back.
joke.
But they did.
I was really reaching for the stars with that one. I thought, airplanes, flights, that he'd be able to get there and back.
We can do it. We can
make it happen. Well, if it had been, it was just the perfect storm. If it had been any other concourse in Minneapolis, then the A concourse, I would have been okay.
Well,
if it had been the B concourse, I would have been okay.
You would have been fine.
But it's clear, it was literally as far away as you could get from where I was.
But the next
landing.
flight that you discovered, like the next flight out as you discovered was like 9:25 p.m. And that was like Tabby didn't want to have you sitting in the airport for 8 hours, which you ended up being anyway. But like that was what she was faced with ahead of time. Like, am I going to have him sit there for 8 hours or have him try to make a flight and then miss it and sit there for 8 hours?
It's not Tabby's fault. It's puzzling to me that there was only from Minneapolis 2 flights to Indianapolis on a Saturday. 2, but whatever. It's all, the important thing is I'm home in time for SCQS. So
yay!
That is true.
And JT's not here again this week, and I thought that he was back. I thought that he was going to be gone for 3 weeks, and I thought it's been 3 weeks.
It's been 2.
We have to throw out our whole script now.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our show tonight.
Hope you guys
I'm very sad about that because I thought I miss him, and it's felt like 3 weeks to me. But it has only been 2. This is the third.
You have been to a lot of places since then. Because we were in southern Indiana last week, and then you were in Pennsylvania, then you were in Utah, then you were in Minneapolis for about 5 days, and then you got back. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's true. It's been a lot of traveling, and I used to travel better. I'm out of practice. I'm not as good at and as smooth at traveling as I used to be, and it occurred to me as I was missing my flight that, oh my gosh, it's been so long. I don't even remember how this airport is laid out. Minneapolis used to be like, I used to know my way around Minneapolis. And as I was going through the C concourse, it's like, I'm not even going the right direction. And so I turned around and I got back on the little walkway and I was walking back. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. The A concourse is at the other end of the C. You have to go through the C concourse to get to the A concourse. And I'm like, that's right. And so I turned around and went back. And that's really part of it.
That was what I was trying to describe right there.
Yeah, if I'd have kept going, I might have made it, but probably not. But anyway, it didn't help that I panicked and turned around and gave up. So. Look how
I think Juan fell asleep. You bored him stiff. He's done.
What is starting my? How am I still on? This is the Wi-Fi box. I had to reboot it.
How am I still on?
Wi-Fi am I on? Yeah, the power thing got pulled out of the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, how is it still going?
Oh, it's not going well.
It's not really.
It's not going well, but
you're not really on.
Yeah. All right. So,
you're back.
So we're going to try to play some improv tonight.
Do I get to use the button where I throw people out for breaking the rules, or decide when they get to come back in? That's my favorite.
Yeah. We're going to do all of that. And so we've got several games that we're going to play. I'm going to paste them into the notes here so I can remember them. And we're going to take now I've got airplane.
Connecting flights.
Yeah, we're going to take some connecting.
We're going to take some connecting flights.
Let's make airport-related imagery for the rest of the episode for no reason. All right, guys, time to take off here. Here we go.
All right, you guys.
Everyone, buckle up.
We're wheels. We're wheels up here.
So dumb.
All right. So,
turn off all your electronic devices now.
You guys are distracting.
Oh wait,
me.
no, you'll be gone.
All right, so we're going to try and get as much in as we can before Juan leaves us, and looks like he's already maybe kind of left us. But the first
am I here?
You're here.
No, you're here.
Okay.
The first game that we're going to play is a game called Smartest Man. So you need to start asking us questions that you would like the smartest man in the world to answer. This is an easy one.
I don't get to throw anyone out of the game for this.
Well, we're having to solve problems. We're going to combine our brains and solve the world's problems.
This could be turbulent.
So send us any.
Go for some rough air.
Or we might just make airplane related puns for the rest of the night because it seems like everybody's enjoying that.
I don't know about everybody. I might enjoy it less if everybody enjoys it. I kind of like just being obnoxious.
You'll have a chance because, as Russ has said, Russ has asked that we play questions only, and that is on the list. So Amanda will be able to throw people out.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
That makes her happy.
She wants to buzz. Okay.
So we need to start out with with some questions for the smartest man in the world. He's so smart that his brain is encased in 4 different heads.
Here's Jeff's.
I will start, and then we'll go from me to Brian to Amanda to Juan and back to me until we've answered the questions. Okay.
Okay.
So the first question is, how do you play Flight Simulator? Flight
Simulator
Can
be
played
by
only
one
mouse.
period.
Oh, am I supposed to push the button too when it's
I don't know.
How are you doing, N?
period
No, on this one you just go. Yeah,
and
Yeah.
scene?
And see.
And scene. Okay. We
And
should have another one
obviously.
that just says answers. All right. So that
Yes.
we covered that one
Okay.
pretty well. That's about.
If you have
that's
2
about
mouses
everything.
playing Flight
is
Simulator, it's too much.
Yeah.
You don't need 2 mice.
Mm-hmm.
All
Flight
right.
Simulator is probably easier on a computer than the battle simulator that we were watching.
Probably.
All right.
Um,
You ready?
Stefan's leaving. He's going to go
Oh.
sing
Oh,
hymns.
bye, Stefan. You'll never know
Well-
what the best vegetable is to grow in the spring. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
What is the
Oh.
best vegetable to grow in the spring? Springtime.
Often
Has
a
Vegetable.
choice
because
choosing
The
choice
vegetables
are
tantamount
to
perfection.
in
springtime.
gardening.
Oh, you're supposed to period.
Oh, okay. Period.
Brian. Just every time we get around to Brian, he'll go. Okay,
We just
period.
go to
Period.
Brian says
Oh.
period.
I want to point out that the smartest man didn't actually answer the question.
That's because
at all.
there is no best vegetable.
What are you
Period.
talking about?
Okay.
Okay.
Why is there so much pollen outside? Outdoors.
Happens
2.
Be
The
pollinated
Place.
that
why?
there's
So why? Are you sure I can't throw anyone out of this game?
are you talking about contractions?
He said "swy." He added an
That's-
apostrophe s onto your
I
word,
said
and then
ass. Oh,
why?
period.
Period.
I think we're doing a good job with this.
we can't
Okay.
award
Yes, why? It's one word.
we
No,
can't award creativity here.
I'm throwing part of the brain out of the room the next time it tries something like that.
Well, then you only got one.
Automate.
Okay.
Fortunately. Smartest man, why is JT Oaks missing in action?
Hmm.
JT
Is
Not
Happy.
with
us.
because
Fish.
are
Stinky.
and
Cheese.
is
Stinky.
period.
What?
I think
Is
we're
that your girls, Juan?
No. Wait.
Who's
And
laughing?
I
that-
don't know who's laughing.
and that's why.
Why?
Swy.
All right, well, that's why JT's missing. And I'm sad that he's missing. Did I mention that already?
Yeah.
So do you have any other questions?
We
yes,
could
you do.
answer. We could probably answer this question too.
Smartest man, why is the C concourse next to the A? Minneapolis.
Airport.
Is.
Stupid.
Period.
I feel like it didn't require the world's smartest man.
No.
Nope.
It's just, yeah, this would be a consensus
The
there.
world's dumbest man could have answered that question. Yeah, why do you go through C? Anyway.
Do not encourage him, Jessica.
That's why. That's going to be my new thing. Swy. All right, so we have any other questions? Let's do one more. Let's do one more, and then we'll move into Mandy's favorite game.
Do you have any preferences? We've got
no,
one
I don't know. I'm not even looking. I'm trying to be surprised by the.
We can talk about vacay with Improv. Comics. We can talk about.
Just put one up.
This one.
You're not supposed to.
Here we go.
Why
not want to miss vacay with comics this year? Oops.
Summertime
often
comes
late.
Therefore,
vacay
will
be
exactly
3
months
early.
Therefore,
you
should
plan
to
arrive
with
suitcases.
And
nothing
should
scare
away
your
favorite
chickens.
Period.
And scene. My wife was just at Cedar Lake this weekend. Yeah, they probably had.
She was early. She was early, Jeff.
There you go.
She was
early.
You have to be early. That's the
3 months early.
That's right. It's probably we should all go there now. It's in July. Pack your suitcases.
Well, she just wanted a good seat.
Mm-hmm.
She's just
Where is
sitting
it?
there
Where's
in the
my
conference
banner?
room.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Okay. This game is called Questions, and how this works is
how does it work?
We're going to get a scene. And
he's already out.
Start that scene.
John's already out.
Mandy is going to put 2 of us.
How does it work? Yeah.
Mandy's.
And then and then I get to take out the person who forgets to ask a question, which I guess would include myself too, because I just made a statement. But okay, I want to set up the scene.
Yep. So 2 of us will start the scene. And,
well, we're gonna get suggestions.
Yeah.
We can only use questions. Yeah. So we need a scene, a problem to solve, a situation.
Relationship.
Yeah, a relationship or something that's going on, and we are only able to dialogue with each other using questions. And if we do not respond in a timely manner, or if we respond to something other than a question, we will be unceremoniously yanked from the scene and replaced.
Are you yanking us for stalling too? Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's ruthless.
Heartless.
All right, so I think that the scene should involve a beachfront where there are zombies and chickens battling each other.
A battle between zombies and chickens, and we are trying to
Are we all three going, or is it
Try
two?
to orchestrate it.
Two of us. Now, who goes first?
Well, I would say you and
Juan, since he's leaving.
okay, you and Juan.
Okay.
I'll take myself out and Brian out, but you'll know when you mess up.
When you've messed up.
Okay.
Are you ready? Because I already got.
Aren't those chickens over there?
You want a taste of this egg?
Do they have guns?
Why wouldn't they?
Have you ever seen zombies fighting chickens before?
Hasn't everyone?
What should we do to help them?
Have you heard of nothing?
I have to be in here so I can yell at you live. Okay. I'm taking you out and putting you back in.
What? Oh, so I'm responding to your question, then, Brian.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
I actually asked a question.
Okay, bye.
Did he?
I'm. Run!
Have you
Not
guys
good
ever
at this.
played this game before?
Isn't it obvious?
Can you watch my back?
Do you need me to?
That was real close.
How am I supposed to fight zombies on my own?
Haven't you heard of a gun?
Haven't you heard of questions that don't start with haven't you?
Hasn't everyone?
Isn't it true that zombies are allergic to eggs?
You mean the protein? You
Is
want
there
some of
protein
this?
in eggs? Is there protein in eggs?
Isn't that the yellow?
Isn't it the white part?
Could it be both?
I actually haven't seen the eggs. That's not a question.
And scene. I think it's pretty obvious who won that one.
Is it me?
I'm the
Is it
worst.
I?
risk ever.
All right, I want to do one more. I want to do another.
Do we have to have a winner?
Doesn't everybody?
Haven't you heard of a winner?
See, you guys are better at it when the pressure's off.
Hasn't everyone? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do a different scene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
Another scene.
I can show you how bad I can fail again.
Yeah. This will be me and Juan. No, Brian and Juan will start out, and then I'll come in.
Okay, but what's the scene?
Well, the scene should be, you are both on a plane with a tight connecting flight, and you are trying to figure out which one of you is going to be able to get off first.
And go.
Can I get off?
Do you need...
Am I not by the window?
What about these other people?
Is it 5 o'clock?
Don't you have a watch?
Am I needing to get off now? Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna just.
Can you get my suitcase down?
The red one?
Oh, okay.
Do you see the one with the stripes?
The one behind that one?
Can you just call the flight attendant?
Don't you have a button?
Can't you see that I am in a hurry?
Are you the only one that matters?
Have you learned manners in the...
I so badly want to throw
Present.
Brian out of this game, and you guys won't let me.
Can I get off the plane?
Do you have legs?
Are you in my way?
Does it look like it?
If you stand in front of someone, isn't that blocking them?
Is that your definition?
Can 2 people fit down this aisle? She did that on her.
Was that guy from the East Coast?
Is he from Boston?
Are they that rude anywhere else in the country?
Are they ruder in New York?
Isn't that the East Coast?
If New York and a Boston person get stuck in an aisle, are they going to yell at each other?
And scene.
I thought you were going to regret throwing Brian out.
I was going to come back and go, you got a problem, buddy?
I have a slight dilemma about making statements with a question at the end. I feel like that's right there on the cusp. If you don't start with who, what, when, where, why, then I get a little bit. But anyway, we have to pause for just a second and thank Russ.
Yay! Thanks, Russ and Jessica. Look what we got here. This is a super chat. Thank you.
Happy to do it. Happy to play games for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was clarifying which piece of luggage.
Yeah,
you have some defenders.
No, the only
you can talk. You can keep talking and just turn it at the very end. You know, it's possible to start into something that's going to be a statement, and then later on you can go. Well, then you make the turn and just sort of go up and right.
Is the red one?
What about the one
that's?
I was thinking of one where you start out and you go like, "I'm in your way." Is that what you're saying?
Right. You can go. Well, I need to get off this plane because if I don't, I'm going to miss my connecting flight and I'm going to be late and I could lose my job. You know what I mean?
Right. You know? Am I right?
I was not doing that.
No, I definitely would have thrown you out without any conflict if that had been the case.
Absolutely. I would agree.
Only because you were doing so good that she was looking for stuff.
Yeah,
that's true.
We were gunning for you because you always go after the guy in first place.
Yeah, the Boston came out of me immediately with the airplane. I was like, no, what are you doing? Get out of here.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You got a problem, buddy?
All right. Well, the next game that I had listed here was a directed story, and how this works is we're going to have a idea for a story that we're going to tell. We're each going to pick a genre, and then I will start telling a story, and then our producer will yank me out and replace me with somebody else who will continue the story exactly where I left off, but in their genre, in their new, so it's the same story, but the style is going to change. And so each of us will have
we write our style on our little name cards?
Well, we could do that. Yeah, we could. I didn't think about that.
Oh, we pick our own style? All right.
Mm-hmm.
No, we should get them from the audience, right?
That's what
we could do that.
Let's
but
get the audience.
I already have one.
Prove that these are not, to prove that we have not rehearsed this skit before, because that won't be completely obvious.
Because I'm sure,
it won't be pretty obvious.
All right, we have
rehearsed.
detective novel. We've got romantic comedy. We've got, everybody's talking about Brian's Boston accent still, so we can maybe.
Sherry wants silent movie.
Okay, that's actually oops, I missed. Historical fiction, silent movie, thriller, western. Ooh, I like a little child's board book.
Ben Affleck movie or something.
I like cheesy
Right.
Japanese movie too.
I'll do the children's book.
Okay. Sci-fi, nonfiction.
You can pick for me.
Nonfiction.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, I want to hear you do Pat Gala and Tabby all said documentary at the same time. So let's go with documentary.
You giving that to Brian?
Brian, and then Juan, you need to do like Dragnet or Spy.
Spy. Okay,
Spy
either
movie.
one.
Dragnet is a genre?
Well,
Okay.
like, isn't he
It's
a
like a
detective?
detective show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I meant.
There wasn't a
detective show.
Mr. Dragnet on the Dragnet show. It's like, get in here, Dragnet.
No Dragnet. Don Dragnet.
So wait,
All right.
it's one at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will start.
And whoever
Well,
you
I
pick,
think Brian should
picks
start
up.
because it's a documentary and he's supposed
Okay,
to be.
that's fine. But we need to know what we're documenting.
Right.
We need to what's the story about? What is the concept? I've got a couple ideas.
You can
but
do
I
like
don't
what's
want-
your
I don't want-
favorite fairy tale or children's, like a bedtime story, or even children's book. Even you can do
Well.
a children's book of a children's book. Oh, somebody said show Joel Osteen self-help book.
If we have a
Can you just do like? Well, that wouldn't make sense with yours very much,
what
Dan.
a retold fairy tale?
Yeah, yours would just be straight.
Well, you can. The problem with doing a story that's already been told is it has a direction and a theme and a plot already.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
We
thing
would-
that we make it up as we go.
Getting lost at an airport.
We could
Yeah.
do.
That's
Yeah.
Jessica
There you
Noonan's.
go.
Yeah.
Could
There
do
you go.
that.
Let's
I
keep
did.
hitting that horse.
Getting lost in
Yes. Hey guys, you ever been on an airplane?
With a ham. Okay. So
We didn't
Get lost
set
at the
that up.
airport.
You have to explain why
Okay, so-
she said that.
my daughter, who will be 12 in a couple of weeks, was playing Quiplash with us on Friday night. She's playing Quiplash with our guests and Luke and I. And the prompt was, what's something that would be difficult to do if gravity suddenly stopped working? And her answer was, go to the toilet with a ham,
True. Yeah, that's awesome.
which cracked me up.
And it's not wrong either.
So, right, that's
Then
what
they
I said.
decided, well, you could add with a ham to anything, and it would be
Pretty
more
much anything.
difficult.
It'd be more difficult and also a little bit funny. So
Right.
that's why Tabby keeps referencing that, because I told her about it and she cracked up laughing. And,
Driving an electric bike with a ham.
right?
We're gonna roll Jawan's out in 3.
Oh, yes, Juan has to go
Yeah.
in 3 minutes.
Okay,
Alright,
well
so
then
Brian
so start
starts-
the documentary, and then
Okay.
you
Ooh.
bring us in when you.
I don't have to take you guys out. I can just do solo
Yeah.
layout
Okay.
for
There we go.
Brian.
Can y'all
Right.
hear us? Oh, we can. Okay, good.
All right. Tragedy struck this weekend on the 30th or the 29th of April when a local comedian tried to catch a connecting flight in Minnesota.
He called him into the office and he said, John, this is the last time I'm going to take your nonsense. You get on that airplane and you go home. And John replied, I'm got to stay on this case. I got to find out how am I going to make it to the airplane when there's no directions, there's no signs in this airport. And I don't want to hear your excuses, John. The commander said, just get out of here.
The thing is that some of the planes are at the A concourse, and some of the planes are at the F concourse. And the A and the F are very, very far apart. And if you don't have much time to get from a very far away place to another,
He didn't decide to do the smart thing, which was to contact the airline representative and get a shuttle to the airport. Since the beginning of time, shuttles have been at airports for cases just like this. However, it was not meant to be in this case.
He saw a shadowy figure with a leather jacket get into the shuttle, and he took off down the concourse. So he grabbed the first person in the shuttle, and threw him off to the side and jumped in. And the shuttle chase happened through the concourse, through the food court, knocking over the bread stand.
sometimes the shuttles aren't always available because they're full of really old people who have a hard time going from one faraway place to another very far away place. And it's not nice to shove old people out of shuttles just because you need one. Sometimes we need to learn to share with people. Sometimes we need to learn to help people.
What? Try to make excuses for one another. Now, eyewitnesses say that this happened, and there are no real substantial police reports for this. I don't care. I'm doing it my way.
The shuttle careened out of control, and the guy with the leather jacket ran into the Starbucks. Everybody move, it's gonna blow. And he jumped for it, but then it just blew up, sending lattes and baggage everywhere. John stood there.
But even when you don't have things work out the way you want them to work out, sometimes you can still have fun just riding around on the tram or getting on the moving sidewalk and going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Yep, I saw where that was going to go after just two backs and forths.
That was going to be that was it for the rest of the.
Yep, we just cut that right on.
That's very much a children's book.
Just
Very
until you
sad.
miss the flight.
I was also going to comment on the documentary sounding like a news.
Yeah, it started that way, and then they're
I've
kind
never
of
seen
similar.
Dragnet, so I can't really comment. But
I
I'm
didn't.
not
I
sure.
saw a detective movie, so I changed it up a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, that counts. I put that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Alright.
y'all.
But that
Alright.
was fun.
Love
Do you have to
y'all. I
leave?
wish I could. Yeah. I
All
might.
of our
Oh,
friends are
never mind.
leaving.
I was gonna say maybe I can make it to the Afrik party. That's not happening.
No.
Oh,
I don't
I'll
think
see if I can.
No.
See if I can log in and see if I can do a
No.
cam.
Where's,
the
where's
concert.
Melody to pop in and go?
No.
No.
She's my
No.
naysayer. We need a naysayer though.
Yeah.
Those who don't
All
care
right.
about schedules. All right, love y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
There goes
Break a leg.
Juan DeVivo, everybody, going off to do
There you go.
his
Yeah.
little thing.
Julia making the point that we all have to agree
That
with.
we all, she's not wrong. Okay. Well, I will confess that I thought JT was going to be back tonight.
Because you have a musical related game, don't you?
Yeah. But we can.
I must confess that my documentary was more of a newscast in the beginning. And I was like, no, that sounds like a news. And they're like, no, that's not what I want. But they all kind of sound that way.
All right. Well, here's what we're going to do.
Now you have to confess, Peaches.
Oh, I confess that I care too much. I love too deeply. And I just do things a little too perfectly.
There you go.
I'm pretty afraid to be less than perfect.
Oh, sorry, that was a great idea. I didn't even think of that. To do Morgan Freeman. That would have been perfect. I confess that I take my work home with me.
Ooh.
And by that, I mean I steal from the office.
All right. So what Brian is going to do now is he is going to type into just underneath his display name, he's going to type in a character trait. He's going to type in something because the Peaches is throwing a house party, and Brian and I are the two guests that are arriving, and are what?
He's supposed to type something into his nameplate, or I'm supposed to guess what his characteristic is?
Would you let me explain how this game works? Would you give me a second to explain this game? So Brian is going to type in a characteristic. You know how this game is played, right, Brian? You know
Yes.
how house party is played? Okay. So he's going to have a characteristic. I've already typed a characteristic into my name. And what's going to happen is the Peaches is going to close her eyes, and so she can't see what those characteristics are. And then Brian and I will put them up on the screen.
Oh, wait. Let me do
You
it
guys
again.
are both admins this time. You can literally make a banner and flash it in front of everyone.
Yeah, we could, but that would be harder.
Okay.
So did you do yours, Brian? So there's mine is up on the screen. So that's my character trait. Interesting. Okay. So there's Brian's trait. There's mine. Now we need to move them off of the. All right. I need to add one word to mine because it doesn't make sense. There's the word. Okay. So you saw Brian's. How did you get rid of your? Oh, you just deleted.
I just deleted it. I'm old school.
Okay.
I'm gonna have fingerprints all over my glasses when I'm.
All right, Peach. All right, Peach. So you can take us. No, I'm going to take us out. Yeah, you can look now. And so you start the party. You start preparing for the party, and then I will come in, and Brian will come in.
So you're first. Okay. Oh man, I got so much to do. I gotta finish decorating. I have some stuff that's in the fridge that still needs to be put together, and my guests are gonna be here literally like
ding dong.
Oh, okay. I guess one of my guests is here already. So, hi. Oh, it's John. Hi, John. How are you?
Hey, how are you? It's so nice of you to invite me.
Wow, you sound like you are different than usual. Are you okay today?
Hey, could you help me reach the nachos?
You like nachos?
Mm-hmm.
They weren't quite ready yet, but you. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try to help myself.
Okay. I think I hear the doorbell again. It's Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hey, how's it going? You just looking at is it you're gonna keep it warm in here? I don't want it to be too cold.
Well, yeah, you can adjust the thermostat.
They're in the
if
cold.
You need to.
I don't
it's
like
over
that.
there in the corner. Have you met John before?
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
nice to meet you.
hi, John. How you doing down there?
Are you
What's
standing
the
on
weather
my
like?
furniture?
You haven't seen any animals around, have you?
I'm just trying to reach the nachos and the pun.
What's
Okay.
that? Oh, that's just Coca-Cola bottle. That's fine. That's fine. It's just okay.
Okay.
I was wondering there for a second. There's just something just kind of on those bottles that is similar.
I'll get the snacks down since John's obviously hungry.
I think I've got the edge of the tablecloth here, and
Okay.
What's Hey, you guys know that Morgan Freeman movie? I don't like that one a lot. It gives me nightmares. It just creeps me out. I don't like it.
The Morgan Freeman movie. Well, I wasn't planning to watch any movies tonight, but what do you like to do for fun?
Well, I like warm places. The beach, because there's none. Well, depends. I don't want to go too far south. But I don't like zoos, and I don't like aquariums, and
Okay.
I definitely don't like Morgan Freeman movies, and or animated features about people dancing. I don't like it at all. I'm scared.
All right. Well, make yourself comfortable. And what about you, John? Now that you've knocked down my tablecloth.
I was able to get myself a glass of punch, and it's delicious.
Okay.
That's just a regular cup. Is there any ice in that cup? Because you never know what's in the ice. They're always in the ice, and I don't like that.
I think it's a little warm in here, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this cup.
Well, Brian, I don't know. It's been really fun hanging out with you, but I'm not sure if this is the place for somebody who's afraid of animals. Who's afraid of... No idea what this is.
I won't even wear a tuxedo anymore.
Oh, you're afraid of penguins!
I'm out of here. No.
And it's getting pretty late. But I'm not really sure what to do with a really tiny person.
Hey.
Is
That's right.
is that
That's
it?
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like how
Thanks
tiny? How tiny do you think I am?
Like the size of Thumbelina or something.
It's pretty close, yeah. I was
This
precisely 3 inches tall.
precisely 3 inches tall. Thanks for coming to my party. Bye. Woo! I am glad to get rid of them.
I hate parties.
Weirdest
I
house
hate my
gift.
friends.
I don't know if I would have ever said precisely 3 inches tall. And I don't know if I would have been on the right track with Brian either if it weren't for what? There was
Some
just
clues?
one. Well, just the south going. I don't want to go too far south. I think was probably the only thing. I would not have gotten it with the ice. I would not have was not even thinking. Yeah.
Brian, you were able to give yourself any character trait, and you chose afraid of penguins. Like, do you just? Wow, what a glutton for punishment!
Yes, that was. I mean, you're gonna go big, right? Have fun.
Animals who are fancy.
That's right. With fancy ties.
Fancy animals.
No, I probably would have said wild animals or something. Or yeah, I was not real close.
I would have said like afraid of domestic pets or afraid of fish or something that you might conceivably have at the party.
Right.
But penguins are not at most house parties.
Thank goodness for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no kidding.
Well,
Under
and
the
then
circumstances.
with him being so small, and then the first thing Brian did was he went like this and he looked down, and I was like, "Oh, I got a midget and a giant." was what I thought. The first thought.
Right, but Brian wasn't necessarily a giant. I was precisely 3 inches tall, Peach.
Right, and so he was just relating to you appropriately.
Right, he was regular size, but I was 3 inches tall. Get it?
Yeah. Get it?
Okay.
Get it?
Get it?
Got it? Good.
All right, so we have a thing that I can do here.
I'm gonna be afraid of the word party. Hey, how many of you who are in the Comedy Click on Telegram watched that British video I sent the other day with the phobia workshop or the phobia support group? Did you see that?
No.
Man, it was good.
I
Yes,
didn't
you
see
did.
it.
Yes,
Did I?
you. Didn't I show it to you?
I don't know.
It's British. Didn't I show it to you on the road trip last week?
I don't know.
Yeah, where the guy is afraid of the word A-G-H exclamation point. That word.
No, I don't
You
remember
didn't
any
see-
of that.
All right, we have to watch it in the after party then, so stick
Okay.
around.
First, I want to show you guys. We got a couple minutes here. I want to show you this thing that I found, and you have to guess what it is. Let me share it here. So and this is open for Peaches and for Brian. If you guys know immediately what it is, just don't
Wait,
spoil
what are
it.
you?
I'm showing you. Hang on a second.
We have to
Yeah.
figure out what it is.
You have to tell me
Alice Cooper's nose.
what this is. It's an actual product, and it's. I'll give you a hint. It's golf related. And Brian, are you shaking your head because you know what it is?
I'm shaking my head because I can't say what I think it is. There's a golf term that
Tabsha knows. Why doesn't it surprise me that Tabsha knows? It's a.
That's what I was gonna guess, by the way. I thought it was a way to keep your hands warm so that you could golf. Yeah.
Yep, it's a thing that I found. Hand warmer for golfers. That's what it's. That's what it looks like. And
I don't know why you
and
even
I'll
needed
give-
to bring that up. I mean, it's obviously just a hand warmer for a golfer.
Well, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Well, the golf club doesn't look like a real golf club.
It does not, does it?
No, it does not.
It looks like a.
A device for storing some thing in it.
I didn't realize Poop Shoes and I know the internet. Yeah, it's a device. It's an actual product that you can use if you're out on the golf course. Sneaking snacks onto the course is the guess from Sarah. That's the opposite of sneaking something onto the course. There you go. That's what it is. It's a club that you can pee into.
It's hollow.
Yes, the club is hollow, so you can stand there like you're just taking a few practice swings. You know, you're just taking a couple of swings, and you can right out in front of everybody. You can pee.
I feel like wouldn't it be just as secretive or private to just casually stroll over behind the golf cart
or in the woods? I gotta go look for the ball.
Right.
Well, you'd have to actually hit a ball into the woods if you were going to use that excuse. But I think that it is a great invention, and I think that you should try using it in places that are not the golf course. You know, like church. I think you should use it in church, and other places. All right. The truth is, I also have a commercial that we could do, but I'm not going to do it now. We'll do that next week because we're out of time.
We are out of time. Too bad. We can't sell anything right now. Okay, well, you can join the party at johnbranding.com. And if you do become a Click member, the After Party link is on the members homepage. So after the show every week, you can join us for more fun. And today I'm going to be showing a particularly funny skit by a British comedy troupe. So you can just real quick go and sign up, and you can be part of that too.
You know what? I think I have seen that video now that you mention it, but go ahead.
Oh my gosh, it's so British. It's British in all the right ways. Juan is on the road right now with Casting Crowns, his little band, and maybe if he logs in, we can get the on-stage cam that we sometimes get, but
he won't.
In the meantime, you can go and get your tickets to wherever he may be next. It may be, well, it's not going to be Reading, Pennsylvania. He was just there, and it's not going to be Richmond, Virginia, because he's there tonight, but somewhere near you, perhaps.
You should go see
next week we'll have JT back, but you can go to johnthomasoaks.com to support all of his artistic endeavors, and there are many of them. And also, you may be watching on youtube.com/comedybrian because we stream there every week, but if you're not, you can still go there, see what other things Brian's got going on. And, oh yeah, don't forget about Vacay with Comics, July 27th through 30th. We are running out of time, and so we are going to have to close ticket sales in the next little while. Not long.
10 minutes. Exactly. 10 minutes is all you've got.
We're running out of time. We're running out of patience.
I might be able to extend it by a couple of hours if you act fast, but yeah, you got to go.
It's going to be so much fun.
How are we reading the credits?
We are reading the credits tonight as if it was a documentary. A proper documentary.
Oh, yes, a documentary. And also, I just realized we can't do Peekaboo Juan if he's gone. So,
Peekaboo Brian.
Peekaboo Brian.
Peekaboo Brian.
We just throw that at him. And go.
The Comedy Click. It's been said that Laura Adams and Ron Avier and Ray Bates are all part of a system that is broken. We'll find out about that tonight.
Here's Jeff Lane. Jeff Lane,
that sounds a lot like a newscast now, doesn't it? See, it's not that easy. Documentaries aren't very simple. Larry York knows that for sure.
It started with an idea and ended poorly.
You got a problem with that?